More with Less brought to you by Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village. So I'm going back and forth on TV last night between the Bulls-Cavs basketball game and the Cubs-Mets baseball game. And as good as the hoops game was, I was absolutely mesmerized by the Cubs and Mets, primarily because the Mets had a kid on the mound making his major league debut, and I found myself saying, wow, quite a bit. His name is Noah Syndergaard. When he wasn't consistently throwing a 97 or 98 mile an hour fastball, he was breaking off a killer curveball. He took the loss last night, but barring disaster, this kid's going to win a whole lot more than he loses. Now, the Mets are loaded with great young arms. They've got Syndergaard, Matt Harvey, Zach Wheeler when he recovers from Tommy John, Steven Matz, and those are just the guys I've heard of. And the Mets aren't the only club loaded with great young guns. They are everywhere these days. We really are in the midst of a golden age of pitching. Look at the NL West alone. Kershaw and Greinke in L.A., Bumgarner in San Francisco, James Shields, Tyson Ross, Andrew Kashner in San Diego. The Diamondbacks have a kid named Archie Bradley, off to a hot start. He's 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA, and he's being talked up as a Rookie of the Year candidate. I look at all that great young pitching talent, and I ask myself, how do the Rockies' young throwers stack up to all those? The answer is they don't. We've been told for a couple of years now, just you wait till Jonathan Gray and Eddie Butler get to the majors. They're the future, and a great future it is. Frankly, I've seen Gray and Butler up close now, and I watched Syndergaard last night, and it ain't close. Butler and Gray could end up being nice major league pitchers, but they're not Syndergaard and Harvey, or Kershaw, who's only 27, by the way, or 23-year-olds Michael Wacha and Carlos Martinez in St. Louis. These young phenoms are everywhere, except in the Rockies organization. So let's stop screwing around here. This organization needs an overhaul from top to bottom and bottom to top, meaning trade your top guy, Tulo. Do him the favor and bring in some young pitching prospects. And stop waiting for all those young kids to develop into something they're probably not. You know, the kids who were drafted and developed, so to speak, by Dopey and O'Dowd and Guyvette. This franchise leads the league in hitting every year. So what? What's it gotten them? In the end, this game is still about pitching. And the Rockies have less of it in the majors and the minors than anyone else. Excuse me. So turn this thing upside down. Rip it apart. Like Woody, I'd hate to see Tulo and Cargo go, but that's what'll buy you the necessary arms to compete. The only catch? Then you have to hope the new GM, Jeff Bridich, knows how to develop them better than his predecessor. And that's more with less. Let's go to the Cooney Lexus commercial right now, the best place in town to buy a car.